this.
Or
Or
not.
we could have all sorts of weird
no
stuff.
fun.
They are just going to lock in all their own champion engagement on them, even if you are a Nautilus who has a bevy of CC options. Tarzan moving towards the top side. Keen going to move on out, but that's the flash from Sword. They know that Keen doesn't have his available, and the harpoon's landed. That is going to mean that Sword grabs the first blood against Keen. And that flash just came off down.
And the movement out of the bottom lane is actually going to tip them off onto this, as the smite was really close, to be honest.
Yep, Piercing Darkness comes in. Dredgeline actually avoided there by a great devour from Jelly, but that might mean the end of his life, and it does. So Afreeca do manage to pick up the Drake, but another kill goes to Griffin.
Bottom side gets a bunch of that free solo XP with no pressure at all. He's going to TP now, though, as they're coming in here to try to fight.
Oh, the pillar just says no, as there's the equalizer. It has to be walked on here by all of Afreeca. Fate's Call comes out to center, already removed from this fight, as that's a great ulti out of the Ornn. The face straight breaker onto 4, though, as Keen is going to bite the dust. All in says, I am done with this team fight. And he is going to get out, but the rest of his team not going to be so lucky. Probably okay with it, as Shelly's going to get a second charge, and potentially Afreeca might be able to lock down this turret as well, and that would actually definitely even out the trade as far as giving away that bot lane tempo is concerned. So there's that eco turret to be taken.
Actually able to catch up pretty nicely on the gold. You can see they're about 2,000 behind. Now they're less than 1,000 with that play, just picking up the 2 Drakes, but they are going to be collapsed upon here.
Yep, there's the knockup onto Spirit. Keen will be able to jump over the wall, but they immediately get rid of Tarzan, and the Fate's Call is going to be utilized. Sword having to get out of there. And you can see that Spirit, he wanted nothing to do with this. Keen has a long way that he can run. There's no turret here to be worried about. As Keen walks down that red carpet, Sword realizes that he can't.
Griffin sent their jungler top instead of fighting over the ocean green. That's interesting.
That is a decision that can be made.
That is just so bizarre.
It's very perplexing, isn't it, LS?
Of course, we have entered a little bit of a lull state at this point, and what a better chance than to go after Sword.
That's an equalizer. Tarzan looks for the knockup, doesn't quite get it, as there's the Dawning Shadow. Tarzan goes into his ultimate. Should be a trade back of the kill, as there's the ulti out of the Ornn from downtown, in fact, is now Mystic looking to try and keep himself alive. Iroh does the same thing, as there's the Killer Instinct. Jelly going to devour
here in the mid lane. There's really no wave clear at all for Griffin, so they're just gonna actually move in and try to dive here.
Yeah, Facebreaker onto Jelly. He's going to eat the Grey Health, but rather early. He's still just wandering out of this one as Spirit looking to try and collapse in. Teleport comes down as Keen has just respawned. He's looking to try and collapse. And remember, Fate's Call is still... No, it's not available just yet. There's a good pillar. That's going to get the flash out from Iroh, who buffers the... Does have ultimate. You can see he's holding onto it for the moment. In fact, all ults are available across the board. As Yukao, perfect flanking position as he does pick up Mystic. Devour is fantastic though, and the exhaust is going to keep everyone alive. Horn comes in, big knockup, but only onto Sword. As the Drake is taken, Iroh has no stopwatch. Fate's Call now for the re-engage, but unable to find Tarzan, despite that being a decent pillar of filth. And Yukao finds himself on the wrong side of history right there as his former team takes him down. And now Afreeca move towards the outer turret, or maybe just the Baron.
Yeah, the equalizer that time around was is not very effective. We got a bunch of water-type Pokemon over here, and the fire did really not that much, and the Devour was perfect.
As Afreeca, they do want to be able to take this one down, and Spirit, maybe a little bit hasty, is going to start it off already. Now Griffin going for the engage. It's onto All In, though. Not exactly a priority target, as Tarzan going to be taken down very, very low. Good equalizer this time, however, as Mystic gets himself the Dawning Shadow. All In is still alive somehow, guys.
Oh, he got it.
And now the Ocean Soul comes in, and Afreeca should be able to just roll over the top of this Griffin roster. Flash has to be used to get Tarzan out of the way. Meanwhile, on the bottom side, Viper uses his Killer Instinct, gets over the wall. Flash from Jelly into the Death Chamber. But it's still going to be the Kai'Sa falling down.
It was a really great Dawning Shadows from Mystic to keep him alive. Unfortunately, Viper really wasn't able to find an angle into that fight, though, to do, backline damage. He wasn't able to do that, Kai'Sa Dream, which is always like the going to the back. It's just like the flood of GGs probably came into the chat. as you can see now, because Afreeca were able to win that fight handily. They take the Ocean Soul. They have Baron buff now. Jelly is going to expertly waddle his way down mid lane, trying to crash this at the correct timing.
Yep.
He's going to be able to take out this inner turret. But not too much time left on the Baron buff, just 50.
This inhibitor turret, another minion wave on its way, but it's going to take a little while before it's going to get here. 2 seconds on the clock, and it might just be enough here. As Afreeca, Keen just wanders on in, we'll be able to take down the turret, and Griffin say, nope, no fight for us.
They say you've run out of Baron buff. We're only going to take
Back up very, very quickly if they're able to auto-attack their opponents. Now the Ornhorn comes in. We're trying to buy some space. As another Equalizer is in a good position for Griffin. And Yukal does find his position in the backside. Mystic going to go golden, but the set is going to immediately die. It's a double kill for the Orners. Tarzan has to go golden. Viper dives into the backline. Can he do the impossible? The answer's no, because he's so sleepy. The exhaust on top of him is going to seal his fate against the Afreeca Freecs. And now Keen says, this one's over, boys. I'm teleporting and I'm finishing this game.
Yep, game absolutely over now. Jelly, Keen, and all in, going all in onto the Nexus. That will be Afreeca picking up the 2-0 tonight. After that play, the Equalizer was good that time, but that's what we call too little, too late. Was not able to do much, as they're even going to stick around to bully Sword a little bit more. Pick up that kill once again. Are they going to stick around for Iroh? Yes, they will.
Gotta pad them stats. Know what I'm saying? Not going to be
able to